And welcome back, folks, to Chapter 35 of the My Pokemon Academia crossover What If. Last time on the My Hero Pokemon crossover What If, the League of Villains, along with Overhaul, had been finally put down by Midoriya and Bakugo. Specifically, Shigaraki and Overhaul were put down by Bakugo and Midoriya, respectively. Midoriya also got a great plus to his team as Larvesta finally evolved into Volcarona. So now we catch up with the aftermath of the fight. In the aftermath of the fight, we see all the trainers finally come down. There are medics, there are recovery girls there, as the recovery girls are the Nurse Joys of this region. I could even see a joke saying, I was like, well, don't most, like if Ash ever went to this region, I thought Nurse Joys are the ones who normally do the Pokemon show. Oh, Joys, my granddaughters, aren't they lovely? I was like, well, what? Like, oh, yes, indeed. Yes, no, you see, my actual full name is Recovery Girl Joy. Wait, Recovery Girl's your legal name? I was like, you got a problem with that? Maybe you don't want your Pokemon here. No, I want to be but no, they're dealing with the aftermath. Their Pokemon are getting healed. All Might has actually showed up too, and everyone is wondering. He's like, All Might, where were you? You're here. It's like, yes, I'm sorry I couldn't be here. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I was caught up with another issue elsewhere when I was told about this. Night finally contacted me, and I tried to get as quick as possible to aid, but looks like you guys handled this on your own. That's pretty amazing. It certainly is. Oh, Recovery Girl. No, hush up now. You must be patched up, along with your Volcarona and your Zeraora. My word. Yeah, trainers today are so reckless. And you too, young man. Quit struggling and let me assess you. It's like, get off of me. I don't need your help. Bakugo's just being a shit. So we, go. She finally sees Midoriya. Midoriya! It's like, sweet! And then she just goes, and she just grabs him and just gives him straight out, flat out, just kisses him straight, it's like, no, it's like, yeah, I missed you, hold on. I was so worried. I was like, and Midoriya's just like, I'm okay. It's like, oh my God, my girlfriend just really kissed me hard. It's like, hormones, brain kind of shutting down a little bit. And Bakugo's like, get a room. And it's like, yeah, get a girlfriend. And Midoriya actually fights like, get a girlfriend. It's like, what'd you say? I could get a girlfriend if I wanted to. It's like, yeah, of course you could. No, I'm not arguing that at all. It's like, you son of a... And All Might is laughing. You kids really are something, aren't you? And all of a sudden, they look over, they hear something, and they look over, and they see first off, they see Overall still knocked out completely, getting carried away. But they see Shigaraki. Bakugo, Midoriya! This isn't over. You think you won. You won this battle. There'll be others. There'll be others just like me. Like Master. Don't think this is the end. Your trainer society will fall. It will be uprooted. You just wait. This isn't over. We will be back. And Midoriya just kind of looks up and actually walks over to him. And it's like, is just staring him straight in the face. And it's like, that's right. And you may be back. And we'll be there. No matter what, because that's what a real trainer does. And Bakugo's like, nah, don't think Midoriya's the only one you're going to have to worry about. You lost to me once before, and I'm going to be 10 times stronger by the time you ever get out. If you do, I'll be more than happy to take your ass to cleaners again. Now, take him out of here. And they take Shigaraki out of there. And Midoriya and Bakugo actually do exchange a look that is less like conflicting, more like, I'll be there if you're going to be there. Because it's both like, oh yeah, I have no qualms about kicking that guy's ass likewise. It's just smiling, all that. But that being said, there is still a few things that need to happen. And one of the things is, Midoriya quickly realizes, how is Celebi? Oh yes, Celebi. Celebi is just fine. And Celebi gets out of a little healing area they had there. It's like, and Celebi just starts floating around a little bit, testing things out. Celebi's smiling. I'm calling it she. I mean, they're genderless, but be honest, let's be clear, there are Pokemon that do give off a vibe of a certain gender. I mean, Mewtwo is voiced by a man, so... except in, what was it, the Genesect movie? It was voiced by they gave it a female voice, which was odd. But not like it's a big problem, but it starts to show inconsistency. So, just be careful about that, the people who make those movies. But yeah, Mewtwo is voiced by a man, so you get a male, vibe off him. Lugia, voiced by a male, so you get a male vibe off of it. I would say that I get a male vibe off the 3 legendary beasts. Honestly, actually, though, I get a female vibe off like Articuno. I get a female vibe off Moltres. I would say I get a male vibe off of Zapdos. The Reggies are... I don't get a male vibe off of the Reggies. So, because those are like the definition of genderless. Groudon, I would say I get a male vibe. Kyogre, I'd say I get a female-ish vibe. Rayquaza, I get a male vibe. Deoxys, I get a female vibe from. Jirachi, I get a female vibe from. Honestly, I'm just going to go over right now. The 3, the creation trio, like the imps or the fairies, pixies, I get a female vibe off them. And I'm not trying to sound sexist. This is the vibe I get off them. Celebi, I get a female vibe off of. Darkrai, I get a male vibe. Cresselia, I get a female vibe off. All Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus, I get a male vibe off them. I'm just saying. And yeah, I mean, there are Pokemon that do give off certain vibes. So Celebi gives off a female vibe to me, if I'm going to be frank. So I'm just going to say she for the remaining type, and she's just happy and gives Midoriya like a big cuddle, like snuggle, like a nuzzle hug. You're welcome, Celebi. He's like, bee. It's like, oh, wow. It's like, I'm just glad you're okay. I guess it's time. It's like, I hope you're okay, and I hope you're able to get home safe. It's like, bee. And that'll be just lets out that last bee. And then disappears. Like, that was a great thing you did. Most younger trainers would see a legendary Pokemon and try to catch it. I'm impressed that you can resist such temptation. Being a Pokemon master isn't about catching every single Pokemon, which is bullshit if you're a game player. It's just about being the best you can be. That's a good mentality to have, Bakugo. I don't need your patronization. All might. Besides, and I need to get back to the Drake guy. I got a bad badge to win. And Ryuko shows up and says, oh, yeah, there's no need for that. And, everyone's there. It's like, what do you mean? Well, it's like, she suddenly pulls out 2 badges. It's like, Izuku, Bakugo. I was there. I saw the majority of your fights from a distance, thanks with the help of Pokemon. You really showed your stuff out there. I don't think, and I don't think there's any really need for us to have a battle regardless. I think you 2 have earned these. And Bakugo and Midoriya are both looking like, wait, are you sure? Like, this doesn't seem right. I mean, Shinzo had to fight for his. And Shinzo's looking at it like, yeah, it's like, admittedly, he's also like, wait, I had to fight for mine, but they're getting a badge. But at the same time, he's like, he does stop and think, like, nah, she's got a point, man. I mean, you beat Shigaraki and you beat Overall somehow fused with his Pokemon, man. I don't think she'd be able to give you quite as much of a fight as they did. No offense. Like, none taken. That's really my thought as well. And they're both just looking at it like, I mean, look. And he actually looks at Bakugo, like, are you okay with this? And Bakugo's like, are you okay with this? He's like, I mean, if you are, I mean, she's not wrong. It's like, yeah, all right. I'll accept it. All right, sweet, thanks. Well, wait, what about me, Kirishima and Mina? Because they're still participating in leagues. What about us? Oh, well, you guys played your part too, so maybe I should give you a bit. No, they would actually have their battle, and eventually they'll win their fight. But so they decide, and the thing is that Midoriya and the gang decide they need a bit of a rest, so they actually decide to go and watch Mina and Kirishima's fights against Ryuko. Now, I'm not going to go into those fights because that's actually not what the bulk of this chapter is. The bulk of this chapter is going through the wild area of the Hiro region, which is basically a combination of mixed with tundra and geysers, which creates this perpetual, almost like frozen, steamy mist. It's both hot and cold and steamy and chilly all at once. It's very unique. But basically, we cut now to them traveling to get to Inabe City, which is the final location of the last gym. Now, people have been asking, who is the final gym leader? Only one person so far has actually guessed who it is. Great, not a lot of people have been guessing, but a lot of people have been guessing who it is. And it's one of my personal favorite My Hero characters, if nothing else, because they are bae. But they're walking through, and they're complaining a lot, and particularly Kirishima and Bakugo are kind of debating a little bit. Say, how far is it till we get to say, oh, just shut up and walk? It's like, yeah. And Midoriya is just, thinking on it and say, yeah, it is a bit of a walk. Whew. And how can it be vivid, and how can it be both this hot and this cold all at once? It's like it's the area, it's the environment of the region. It's completely messed up. Meanwhile, they're getting close to the entrance of the city, but they're being eyed by someone from a distance, and the person just lets sit in there, and the person just gives a kind of like a predatory grin, like, "Ooh, fresh meat." And all of a sudden it's like, so you come to challenge the gym? It's been a while since I had some challengers. And all of a sudden they hear, "Look out below, losers!" And then the person crashes down. There actually is a bit of a crater, and there stands. Oh, come on, there we go. And there stands Mirko. Now I didn't. This is the best image I could find for this. Mirko. Also, let's be clear. It is a little difficult finding a YouTube safe image of Mirko sometimes, just because, I mean, look, she's a fictional character. There is, you can only say so much about her without being creepy. But that said, I mean, look at the design. I mean, look, her character's, I think, in her 20s. If I were in that world, even though if she tried to kill me and turn me down, I'd try to get a date. Let's be honest. Plus, Mirko has a really fun personality when you actually get into her in the little bit in the anime we've seen for her, but more specifically in the manga. She is a badass. She, like, her quirk is rabbit, and does all the things a rabbit can do, but she is a badass. But yeah, Mirko is there, and a couple of the guys are just like, who do have a blush on her, because let's be honest, she still probably wears this. She's still jacked, and she's still a very, well-proportioned woman. So, the teenage guys are just like, who? But Midoriya Queen's like, you have a girlfriend, make sure Asui's not seeing him. Asui, though, is a little perplexed by her. He's like, whoa. It's like, whew. Meanwhile, even Bakugo has to kind of, in his head, admit, it's like, damn. It's like, so, kiddies, you're here to challenge my gym, huh? So wait, you're the gym leader? It's like, and then Midoriya, being the encyclopedia knowledge of trainers, heroes/trainers, he is. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. This is Mirko. She's the leader of the Inabe gym. She's the strongest gym leader in the Hero region. Oh, looks like I got a fanboy. And that you got that right, Greenie, a green bean. That's right, Mirko. And I can actually remember her real name. I know her real name. It's like Rumi. It's Rumi something. Hold on, Mirko. Mirko's real name is Rumi Usagiyama. The name's Rumi Usagiyama, but my friends call me Mirko. Mirko, and they're right. That's exactly what you said is true. I'm the gym leader of Inabe City. It's been a little while since someone came through. It's been a few weeks at least. So, are we gonna get this started or what, kids? Follow me, and then it just leads them in, and they get into town, and they get to the edge of town, which looks like a combination of two giant arms, yet slightly like crossed over, kind of like doing what she's doing, honestly, right in that picture, just but a little closer together, so they kind of make an X. But they look almost like rabbit ears. What the hell? And they get through the city, and the city is not dingy. It is, but it's actually pretty simple. Like the houses are actually made mostly of just wood. There's some stone and metal in there, sure, but they're a bit more basic in the way they handle things. People like survive a bit more with their like strength, stuff like that. You see people chopping wood, tending to gardens and stuff like that. They all say hi to Mirko. Oh, Mirko! I was like, how you doing there? Yeah. It's like, wow, you're really famous. Of course, I'm the gym leader of this town, kid. If people didn't know me, that'd be a tragedy. So come on, let's get you guys to the Pokemon Center. Just to be sure your teams are all healed up and ready to go. I don't want you guys to lose. I don't want to beat you, but have you at less than full strength, because that's just excuses, and I don't tolerate excuses. So they go, and finally they get to the gym. It's like, all right, so how many of you kids are going to want to challenge me? And, Mina, Kirishima, Shinso, Bakugo, and Midoriya all raise their hands, like, ooh, full party crowd, huh? Well, let me see about this real quick. Eeny, meeny, and she does it twice, and both Mina and Kirishima, okay, you two, go sit on the benches. Like, you three, stay. It's like, what? Okay, so you're choosing who's going first? That's exactly it, kid. And you three are the lucky winners. It's like, wait, us three? It's like, Yeah, so I mean, normally it's just one person who's able to make it here at a time, so it's just one-on-one. But being the strongest in the region in terms of gym leaders, I like a challenge every now and then. So here's how it's going to work. It's going to be a 1-on-3 match. You can use your entire teams against me if you'd like. I'll only use one Pokemon at a time, and they're all now flabbergasted. Like, you're serious? Like, oh, I'm dead serious. And don't worry. If one of you, I'll even make it even simpler, or easier for you. If one of you loses, that won't matter. Only one of you has to win for all three of you to win. So, unless you guys are too scared, why don't we get down to it? And they're all now just like, are you serious? It's like, fine. It's like, and Baka's like, this is gonna be a piece of cake. Just stay out of my way, losers. She's like, Midoriya, we're gonna really have to work hard on this. That's right. All right, and then someone comes out. Okay, the gym match will be between Mirko of Inabi City and the 3 challengers. The gym leader will not do any substitutions. You may choose your Pokemon and begin. So she takes out her first Pokemon, and it's Miensho. Go! Miensho. Now, obviously, if you remember the typing of Miensho, Mirko here uses fighting types. I chose Mirko as the final gym leader because I thought that would be really cool. But I chose fighting types too because fighting is a type that really doesn't make it that far into the gym rosters when you think about it. There's a fighting type gym in Johto, but it's only the 5th gym, technically the 6th, depending which order you do it in. But at best, it's the 6th. I think, though, when you're in the order you're supposed to, it's the 5th strongest gym. So that's great. In Hoenn, it's the 2nd gym. In Sinnoh, it's the 3rd gym. There is no fighting gym in Unova. It's the 3rd strongest in Kalos. And if I remember correctly, it is the 5th? It's the 4th strongest gym in... No, actually, hold on. Grass, water, fire. Yeah, it's the 4th strongest gym in Galar. So... yeah, fighting does not make it that far up the ranks in the gyms that most. So I thought it'd be cool to make fighting the gym or the type that the strongest gym leader uses. So now they basically get ready. Shinzo sends up, go, Pangoro! Go, Braviary! By the way, obviously, Midoriya's... Oh, man, come on, where is it? Wait, what? What's going on here? Oh, there we go. No, wait a minute. Something's off here. The Braviary image I picked is not showing up. That is odd. One second here. So why is Yeah, for some reason the Braviary image I chose isn't showing up here at all. That's odd. Anyway, there's a Braviary. It's ruining the illusion. And then, so those two show up. For some reason, Braviary's image is just not showing up. And that's actually kind of bugging me. Why is it not showing up? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. I accidentally clicked that. So it sends out, yes, it's Braviary and Loudron evolved. So real quick, if you're not familiar with why I chose these Pokemon for each respected character, Rufflet to Braviary was something that All Might had, and Midoriya being an All Might fanboy, wanted to emulate All Might at some point. Exploud, it's a very loud, sound-based Pokemon. Exploud is explode pretty much in its name. Bakugo's explosion, makes sense. Pangoro is very similar to Shinzo, as in it's a tough-looking Pokemon with a tough-looking demeanor, but it's ultimately actually a big softie. It's got those sunken-in eyes. So, the fight begins. And they both go, all right, let's do this. Miensho, dual chop. And immediately, Miensho just comes in and bum rushes them, knocking Braviary out of the sky with a dual chop, even tagging Exploud a bit. Then Exploud tries to use Hyper Voice, but Miensho counters with Aura Sphere, basically like Kamehameha Hyper Voicing it. They both clash. It does hit. Explode, but it does hit Miensho a little bit too. But Miensho doesn't look phased, which they both know is impressive because Mienshos are speed attackers, not defensive attackers. Miensho then also uses Toxic on Braviary while it's trying to get up, now poisoning it with Toxic. Pangoro tries to come in to use Vital Throw, but Mienshao counters as it gets grabbed with Drain Punch, just boom, smacking right into Pangoro, who's a fighting dark type, which means that's still going to do more than just neutral damage. I don't know if it will do a full times 4. It wouldn't do a full times 4. It might do more than a times 2 though, because it's neutral to fighting, and then the dark type weakness takes effect. Bravier, or it then basically hits and knocks out Pangoro with Aura Sphere. But it gets hit, however, with Bravier's superpower to basically try to knock it out, which it does basically. Pretty much gets Mienshao on a roll, who does get hit. Unfortunately, the toxin and the fact that superpower is very dangerous to use cause Bravier to be knocked out. Mienshao is able to use a dual chop then to knock out both Pangoro and Explode, but not before Explode gets one more hyper voice off in its face, and they both go down. They're just astounded by what just happened. It's like, did that one Mienshao take down our entire 3-man team? It's like, yeah, don't underestimate this woman, dweebs. Like, yeah, that's right, young Midoriya. If you're such a fan of mine, you should know I play for keeps. Go! Whoop, wrong one. And then it's like, I play for keeps. Boop. That was not the one I meant to do. This was the one I meant to do. My turn. Go! Hitmonlee! Now, I chose Hitmonlee because I could choose any number of fighting types for her, obviously. But I chose Hitmonlee specifically because it's a Pokemon that fights with its legs, as Mirko does. So now it's like, all right, fine. Go, Electrode! Go! Ooh, Umbreon! And shout out, I choose you! It's like, okay, so the fight begins again. Electrode basically tries to speed, because Electrode is faster than any of these guys. Electrode is actually one of the fastest Pokemon, if you're not aware of that. But it basically tries to speed blitz everyone. It basically uses a Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, he uses it basically non-discriminately as it speeds through. Umbreon has to block and protect Chatot. Chatot's is able to do so because luckily Umbreon's special defense is pretty high. Unfortunately, it does hit. It misses, but he then goes into a rollout in order to hit Hitmonlee. He's like, boom! It hits Hitmonlee, who stops. He's like, got it. He's like, my Electrode static abilities. We got to leave your Hitmonlee paralyzed. He's like, oh, is that a fact? Hitmonlee double kick. All of a sudden, just Hitmonlee, boom, boom, and just basically treats him like a soccer ball. I was like, well, what? It's like, sorry, my Hitmonlee's special ability is Limber. You're not going to be able to paralyze my Pokemon. Oh, kid. Oh, it doesn't look like your friends are doing much better either. Hitmonlee, high jump kick, and it comes in. It's about to hit Umbreon, but Chatot gets in the way because it's flying type and actually is strong against fighting. So it basically just hits and protects Umbreon like it did. Umbreon. Shadow Ball, and basically hits Hitmonlee, and now they're kind of doing a 2-on-1 for the moment, and just and are just trying to hold on for it. So it's like, and Baku's like, damn it! It's like, Shinso's actually one trying to say, Baku, I know you're proud, I know you don't like working each other, but she's clearly beyond any single one of us. If we're being honest, she was able to take out all 3 of our Pokemon with just one, and she's clearly going to do that again if we don't start working in tandem with each other. We need to work together. So suck it up just this once. And Baku's like, you shut up. I know what I have to do. Just make sure you hold up your end of the bar. Just make sure you hold up your side. No, hold up mine. Like, Electro, get in there. It's like, hold it. It's like, hold that Hitmonlee. You gotta hold that Hitmonlee down. And Chatter uses Chatter. It hits Hitmonlee. All of a sudden, Umbreon is actually grabbing its legs, and Chatter grabs its legs. And they both, Midoriya and Shinso, both kind of realize what Baku is about to do. It's like, all right, we're going to do this. It's like, we're going to have to make a sacrifice move, guys. Do it. And Chatot, Umbreon. And it's like, Electrode, explosion. Basically, point blank at Hitmonlee's face. And just boom. And sure enough, everyone's just knocked flat out. It's like, and meanwhile, Mirko's watching. He's like, finally learning a little bit teamwork. Good for you, kiddies. But you're only 20% you're only 40% of the way there. And she just licks her lip. And now the fun really begins. So that is where we're leaving chapter 35. With Mirko kind of playing around with our heroes. And all of our Pokemon from here on out are just going to keep getting stronger. So that is the end of this what if. End of this chapter of the what if. This is nowhere near yes, let's end the what if storyline on a cliffhanger. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know the review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super Magic, what if, anything to do with the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get that at some point. Hit that bell if you want notifications. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with... I'm thinking of trying to do something a little different tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to have the Pokemon team video up. I'll have the who would win I got up. I'm wondering if I should start another one. Maybe do I think I'll do a worst and best tomorrow. I think that's what I'll do. I've got plenty of video, notes and information written down, like charts and stuff like that, written down at the moment, but for other videos. But those are videos that I don't have to do immediately. So we'll see what happens. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.